Hello, welcome to Easy English. So with 2 films, an animated series, and 15 episodes, Mr. Bean is one of the most popular British characters. But what do Brits think about him? I'm on Brighton Beach to find out. Here we go. Do you like Mr. Bean?
I like Mr. Bean.
Do you like him?
I like Mr. Bean because there's a certain Britishness about it.
What are your thoughts on Mr. Bean?
I think he's typically English.
Right.
I like Mr. Bean. Do you?
Yeah, it's funny.
He's funny.
He's funny?
Yeah.
In what way? Why is he so funny?
Because he does daft things.
I think he's a bit too silly.
Too silly.
Too silly. It doesn't appeal to me, that sort of humour.
My opinion on Mr. Bean is that the person that plays him, Rowan Atkinson, is a fantastic character actor.
Yes.
And I think that he therefore plays Mr. Bean in a very irritating way.
What are your thoughts on Mr. Bean?
Yeah, I'd like to meet Mr. Bean. He's a very interesting character. Yeah,
You'd actually like to meet Mr. Bean?
I'd like to meet not the actor, but Mr. Bean. Yeah, I'd like to spend a day with him. I think it'd be quite interesting.
He's a good, funny character.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like his stuff from back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Good comedy, even though he didn't actually use many words. It was all more gestures.
How about you? What's your thoughts on Mr. Bean?
In some circumstances, it's quite funny because there are characters out there like that in the real world.
How about you? What do you think of Mr. Bean?
I think Mr. Bean is very inventive and funny. I like the way he builds around problems in funny ways and weird ways.
What are your thoughts on Mr. Bean?
Very little, because I really don't know Rowan Atkinson as Mr. Bean. I know him more in Blackadder, in some of the films he's done, but I'm afraid I'm probably too old to have really got into Mr. Bean.
I see. Okay. I'll come back to that actually. And what are your thoughts on Mr. Bean?
I'm very negative about Mr. Bean.
Right.
Because I haven't watched many programmes. I think I've probably seen not a whole one, perhaps part of one, but I found it quite offensive, and I thought there was something about it was being quite insulting to people who may be autistic, and that comes across to me. That's what Mr. Bean seems like to me.
Interesting. This video is sponsored by Italki, the site that allows you to find online language teachers for one-on-one tutoring. As a new user, you'll get $10 in Italki credits after your first lesson if you register using the link go.italki.com/easy English. If you don't like reading complicated language books or listening to pre-recorded audio courses, then Italki is for you. You'll get to practice your conversational skills under different real-world scenarios, as speaking with humans is the best way to learn a language. You can customize your lessons to cater for your learning needs and interests, and the one-on-one lessons provide you undivided attention with teachers at your preferred time, whether you're at home, at the airport, or at your local park. You have complete access. So head on over to Italki with this link, go.italki.com/easy English to start your first lesson and get $10 in lesson credits. In terms of his character, do you think this is in any way reflective of British people?
In some senses, it is reflective of British people.
Yeah. In what sense?
Well, he's very he's blasé and very sort of. He bumbles about a bit. You know, I'm not too sure. I don't know. He's a funny, weird-looking character, and most English people are funny, weird-looking people.
Do you think his character reflects British people accurately?
A little bit, yeah. We're not all like that, though, are we? I don't think.
No?
He's quite eccentric. I'd describe him as eccentric.
Right, okay.
Which is quite a British trait, really.
I think he embodies what it means to be British in a way, a bit awkward, a bit matter of fact, a bit kind of simple in approach to life.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people like about him. That's what I like about him.
I think it's a caricature of some English people.
Right.
Not all of them, thankfully. Certainly not me, because I'm Welsh. So, no, I think he does a great caricature.
Yeah.
But no, it's not the norm for an English person to behave like Mr. Bean.
Don't know about that one, really.
Are we silly people?
I don't think so.
No.
Well,
I think we have a sense
we can
of
have our
humour.
moments, I think, like most human beings, I suppose. You know, we can't always be sensible, can we?
You say he is very British, but then is the comedy of the actual show, would you say it reflects kind of British humour?
Yeah, massively.
Yeah.
I think it's, how to describe it? It's self-deprecating in a way. It's ironic. It's laughing at somebody's misfortune, which I think is a very British thing to do.
Do you think Mr. Bean reflects British humour?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. I don't think, well, I say British, I'm comparing to like American humour or something. I don't think they'd get him.
Yeah, same.
What is it like? How does it reflect it? Are we silly?
Stupidity.
Slapstick?
Yeah. Stupidity.
The humour
we
of
find
it.
it funny.
Do you think he reflects British humour?
I think so, because he sort of, as you say, is quite inventive, and I think Brits can be quite inventive. And he doesn't laugh at himself, but I don't think he takes himself too seriously. I mean, there's the episode when he puts the turkey on his head, he gets the turkey stuck on his head, and he sort of, I think he can see the funny side. Yeah.
He's got that self-deprecating humour.
That's right, which Brits have, yeah.
Is there something else that you would recommend people watch if they were to get a better, like Rowan Atkinson?
Any Blackadder. Any Blackadder.
Like my wife, I think I prefer Rowan Atkinson in his other roles, Blackadder, and he that was very good, I think, and certainly when they were in the First World War, I think they were treading on dangerous ground there in some respect, because it was such a serious, sad subject. But I think they handled it quite well. Very good writing and really quite funny.
What is it about Blackadder that maybe makes it a bit more relevant or interesting to you over Mr. Bean?
Certainly the first series of Blackadder, it was much more like Mr. Bean from the one or two short things I've seen of Mr. Bean.
Right.
But the second, third and fourth one I thought were really good. Well, the writers changed. It was much cleverer. Well, he morphs, because in the first one he's the idiot.
Right, yeah,
And Baldrick is the clever one, and then the second, third one, it turns around. Baldrick is the patsy, the fall guy, and Blackadder is the scheming, trying to make a fast buck, trying to get the better of the richer, more powerful people. It's the little man trying to make good, which is it's got good history in humour.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a bit more. I like the fact you can almost not learn from it, but it is kind of relevant to British history, right?
Yeah.
Is there, because it's like a lineage of Blackadders, right? Is there a specific series that you prefer, like the Richard III one, the Queen Elizabeth, the First World War?
I like the Regency one.
Right. Okay.
I think that's particularly good, and the last few of the First World War, because I remember watching the very last episode. I was in tears. It was such a shock. It was a nobody could have handled it better, I don't think. It was just a very sad ending, but the correct ending, it really was. Very good.
And would you then, last question, say that he is still relevant?
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah, in an exaggerated way.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so. It makes people laugh, and that's always relevant, isn't it?
Nice to
That's
say.
a good thing to have. Someone who makes you laugh.
Perfect. Thanks for watching this week's episode. Let us know in the comments below your thoughts on Mr. Bean, and we'll see you next week. Bye.